32 millimeter. I'm gonna take off the oil filter cap right here in the back. We've already loosened the oil filler cap so that it vents. Alright, got it loosened just a little bit, and I'm gonna grab some towels. Just gonna get some towels around the cap just in case we got any drips. Loosen this with my hand now. As I pick it up, it's still got oil dripping. Whoa. Be careful not to tip it too much or oil will come out. I'm going to let this drain a little bit. And get another towel. I'll place that into my oil drain pan. I'll show you what it looks like. So here's the old oil filter. Has a little rubber ring right here and one here at the tip. Here's the replacement oil filter. Here's the part number 079198 405E. So here's what that looks like. This already has the rubber on the tip here. And inside the box we have another replacement ring. So let me go ahead and set that here. O-ring. I'm going to set this aside and now I'm going to try to remove the filter element. Sometimes you might be able to get this off via your hand. You kind of have to pry it off to the side. The problem is you're trying to get multiple tabs loose. And as you get one loose, try to get it on the other side. That's what that looks like. Dirty. Now, before I put this on, let me set this aside. Now we're going to take the old O-ring off, so I need to grab my screwdriver. Gently pry it up. So I'm going to dip my hand into the new oil real quick. It's special. It's got a little seal. This. Grab the housing here. Place one thumb over here, another finger, and then just slip the rest over. properly. That's good. Just gonna clean it up. Take the new filter. And it doesn't matter which way you rotate, it's just gonna clip in. Alright. Lubricate this tiny one a little bit. And it's ready to go back in. So I'm gonna remove my paper towels I had earlier. There we go. And this filter has a little nipple. Don't worry about trying to get it adjusted exactly where the hole is. As you turn, it's going to drop into the hole. Right there. Just kind of hand start it. And we're gonna then torque this down to, the cap says 25 Newton meters, which is 18 pound-feet of torque. I've got my 32 millimeter socket, and I've got my torque wrench set to 18 pound-feet of torque. Alright, next we got to take the bottom piece off the car, and there's 11 of these type of weird cam type screws. Should be able to get a nice big flathead in there, and these don't take a lot of force at all, it just barely turned to hold this in. So we're going to loosen those 11 screws, and that piece is kind of inserted into the front end, so we're going to go ahead and loosen it here. As you can see, it just takes a little bit of a turn, and they just go ahead and fall out. Make sure you don't lose them. I'll show you kind of what they look like. And here's the next one. And so there's 3 here, 3 across this side, 3 on the other side, and then 2 on the bottom. And now I'm going to pull this forward. And out she comes. This is the drain plug right here. It takes an Allen wrench type socket, and the size is 6, and break it loose. So I've got my wrench here, and we have a swivel so that we can stay out of the way in case the oil is really hot. Got my drain pan here. You can see it's already starting to leak because it's hot. It's a mini splash. Alright, we're going to clean our tools up and let this drain for let it drain for a while, let it get everything out. Make sure that the get the bolts, because we're going to be replacing the crush ring on this. So here's the drain plug. I'm just going to remove this old washer. These are one-time use. As you can see, it's grooved. So here's my new one. The part number for this is 760-301-4104-EL. through with your fingers and get it tightened there. And we're going to torque this down to 30 Newton meters or 22 foot-pounds of torque. So we can get this started. There we go. Alright. Now we're going to put this back on. I'm going to slide the front end in first. Make sure it's inside the lip. And as you tighten these, just kind of glance through the hole, make sure it's aligned. Shouldn't really need more than a full turn to tighten these. If you've ever assembled a desk with a cam, then that's pretty much what that feels like. I'm going to do the 3 screws on the other side. And now the last 2. And there we go. Filler cap was already cracked open, so I'm just gonna remove that. My funnel doesn't go straight down, I'm just gonna angle it a little bit. And this is the oil, SAE 5W40. This is Castrol Edge Professional OE. This is 1 quart, they sell them in quarts. And when I bought this, it gave me 10 quarts. So start off putting in 9 quarts. It may take 9.5, but we'll go ahead and start with 9, drive it, get it measured, and then if it needs any more, we may give it a little bit extra. Alright, that was the 9th one. So 9 quarts are in. Go ahead and take this funnel out. Make sure the cap is on straight so it's facing forward. So now we're going to drive it, warm the engine up, get it up to a temperature, and then read the system to see where the oil level is falling. Hopefully it's going to be between the minimum and the maximum mark, but if not, then we may need to add a few more quarter increments of the next quart. So we'll go ahead and do that. Before we drive, or make sure that you put your cap back on. Go ahead and select car. Then from the MMI, go ahead and choose oil level. So it says oil level display available at approximately after 2 minutes. Engine must be warm. So let's go ahead and drive around to warm up the engine. So now the engine is off. I'm just gonna hit the ignition without the foot on the brake pedal. So since we've driven around, engine is now warm, and we are parked with the ignition on, and now we're able to see the engine oil level. It says okay. It is almost at max, so 9 quarts for me was good. You would have to put a little bit more in to get to the maximum amount, but this should be fine. So next we're going to connect to the car over the CAN bus. And I'm using software called VCDS, and I have a cable that I purchased from them. This one is a hex plus CAN, dual K and CAN to USB interface for VCDS. So this is a genuine cable, so this plugs into your CAN bus, and the other end goes into your computer, which is just USB. If you have the software, you have to install the software or update it first, and then the second step is to plug in your USB. So next step is to plug in this into your CAN bus, which is down here somewhere. Now I've got the cable plugged in, and your light should be kind of orange at first, and then it'll change to green. That means you have to connect it. So now we want to turn on the ignition, but not the engine. So we're just gonna push this once. Alright. Ignition is on. Of course, since we have the door open, it's going to beep. So sorry for that beep. Next, we'll open VCDS. Click on Options. And then choose the connection type that your cable is. In my case, it's USB. Right here is USB. And then I'm going to perform a test. So it says port status OK, interface found, and then K1, K2, and CAN is OK. So you want to make sure that those all three say OK. Go ahead and close that, and I'll go ahead and click Save. And now we're just going to click on this Service Reminder Interval Reset. This is SRI Reset. Just click that button. It's going to read some codes. Alright, now I am in the USA, so I'm going to choose Service Reset USA Only from the drop down. And based on my selection, it's showing me the current values that are in the system and now the new values based on my selection. So you can kind of go through and read what it says here. Service reminder status 1, that's going to change it to 0. So there we go, those are the values, and now I'm going to click on Perform SRI. So now it's coding. take a couple seconds. I haven't compressed anything yet, so just let it go until it's done. Alright, now it says VCDS, the new values have been saved successfully. SRI reset is complete. Go ahead and click OK. And now you can click on Done, go back, and click Exit. Turn off the ignition. Alright. I'm just going to do everything in reverse. Unplug this. So the computer is detached now, and now I'm just gonna start the ignition without depressing the brake. I'm just gonna wait for all the noises to disappear. That's ignition on. This is our current oil level. As you can see, it actually went up a little bit more. Just sitting here, it's actually gone up just a little bit. Now we're going to go to car. So here's the service interval display. We'll go in that. So this will reset your inspection as well as your oil. So if you don't want to reset both at the same time, you can edit that spreadsheet before doing the SRI reset. So be sure to change your values as you see fit.